So howdy folks, and welcome back to more for Variety 10 Part 2. We are in New Yevon headquarters and we are about to dip our toes into Via Infinito for the first time. We only need to clear 20 floors to gain the 10th Crimson Sphere. Anything beyond that, I might show off a little bit. We'll see how we go. Anyways, I have made a couple of alterations to our partner before we get involved, mainly involving Pain. Pain no longer has access to the Warrior Dress Sphere. I have totally taken off of Helios Guard, Dark Knight Trainer, Psychic, and the Samurai Dress Sphere, which I'm yet to actually show off in this series. So I'll be probably giving it a little bit of a spin here. Dark Knights are very good down here, though. The Darkness ability is very strong for all sorts of reasons, and I would highly encourage having at least one Dark Knight with you pretty much all the time in any trips down here. Other than that, equipment-wise, Yuna is running the Ragnarok still for 0 MP cost. I'll show something that's interesting with that, actually, a little bit later on. Riku solved Tomasa as well as the ribbon, and Pain with the sword law in place of her ribbon. I have taken off for now to give her the champion belt, because I just think that's so good for her. Alright, everyone. Let us descend. So, the way the Via Infinito works changes a little bit between the original version of the game and the H2 remaster. As I mentioned before, there are 100 floors for us to clear. Now, the cloisters are a little easier in the H2 remaster because there is an autosave system. If we die on any one of these floors and we reload the autosave, we'll be taken back to the floor where we were defeated. In the original game, you only had these save points every 20 floors, which made trips through here significantly more perilous. Let us descend. So, within this labyrinth, fiends will appear despite any special abilities or equipment you may be using. Charm Bangle, useless down here. So what we need to do is get through the various cloisters. The cloisters will be randomized maps that could be anything, basically. And we need to basically get to an end to drop down further into the cloister. Now, lots of these will actually have certain fiends on the map here that you can interact with. And typically speaking, if you fight them, it is worth it. But there are a lot of these tomboys which can be pretty dangerous. I'm going to ignore that one for the time being. We're going to go around. The cloisters are randomly assigned to you. There's only so many in the game. But what we'll give to you is random. Now, when you first come here, you'll fight some very basic enemies. The Iron Man and Ghosts. These are from like chapter 1 or something. And these will be defeated very, very easily here. So the play starts off pretty easy. And not in any real significant danger, you see. Getting basically just the basic stuff here. This is enemies that you'd have fought much early on in the game. Believe me, that doesn't last. On each of these floors as well, you will also find these glyphs on the floor. You can take these to exit the cloister you're on. But again, if you do not reach a multiple of 20, you will have to restart from the nearest one that you began on, which was pretty brutal in PlayStation 2 version, and will still be pretty tricky later on. If you quit early, you gotta do it all over again, so you might as well just try and commit. But what you want to find is something down here where you can drop down to the next floor. Okay, here comes Cloister 2 here. This one's not too bad. The same stuff here again. The enemies so far will be, you know, pretty straightforward. But as you get deeper and deeper, you will start perhaps seeing the enemy qualities going up very, very quickly. Now, these tomberries, you can definitely fight them, and typically you'll, you know, they can be of use to you. Let's go take them on. These are just as strong as what we found earlier on in the game. They've got about 8,000 health. They're not going to be able to do a ton of actual physical damage to us. Probably. They'll be pretty tanky, though. Chef's Knife will rack up some damage, though, if you allow it to. So be a little careful of that. Darkness is so good. So strong. Shot him. If you ever get into one of these Tomberry fights, by the way, you are not allowed to flee these. If you get into fights with any, I think any entity that is not, that is like on, like it's physically rendered in the maps, you are not allowed to flee any of these. So be warned about those. Regular fights you encounter, I believe you still can. Okay. Not too bad. I won't be showing off all of these fights, just to give you a bit of a flavour of what things look like down here. But again, there is no use of the charm bangle. Totally pointless. Run past that glyph. Have a fight in midair against... Well, these look dangerous, but these should be good against the Quadricorn here. These are all like level 1, chapter 1 and 2 enemies.
Next?
We'll breeze through these. This cloister also features traps. I gotta do this. Because I love you guys, and because I'm too generous, I am going to want the Speed Racer right now, and I want to put you onto Blue Mage. Hello! This is the Elder Drake. Missed amazingly. Right, darkness, scan. This Elder Drake has nearly 40,000 health and has auto protect. Oh dear. We have a problem. Yeah, she's dead. That was a max damage crit. Oh boy. This is what you can expect to find later on in this dungeon. Stuff like this. Welcome to Via Infinito, where dreams go to die. It was floor free. I forget to show it off. So, if you were playing the PS2 version, we would now have to start immediately from the last 20th chamber that we got from, which in this case would be 0. But in the HD remaster, you are given an autosave on each floor that you make, so mercifully it means situations like this aren't quite as bad. And we are allowed to, you know, negate the worst of it, but yeah. That Elder Drake's not even that bad compared to some of the stuff we're going to find down here. But watch out for those. They're pretty mean. So make our way around the corner over here. Ignore that first avenue, goes nowhere, it's a blank.
I'm on a roll.
Head on up here. You'll be able to jump down. And then over here is the exit. Oh, well, we're getting lots of different cloisters, so that's nice. There are any one manner of them that can be what you run into. As you go further in, there'll be more kind of confusing ones. So be wary of that. Hello. Hey! That's Boris! Yeah, you remember this guy? This was the boss. This was the boss fight from Mount Gagazet in the first chapter. Wild, right? It's kind of fun that that's a thing, though. I appreciate that. I'd like your money, please. Thank you.
See ya. You got it? I'll steal it.
Boris is not too dangerous now. But hey, Star Pendant's worth some money. But yeah, you will fight all kinds of enemies, you know, previous boss fights, and all sorts of things previous chapters, which is kind of nice, and I appreciate that. Here's the, remember this guy, the Stalwart, when we fought him in the Thunder Plains? He beat the piss out of us. Still got some health, though, so he's still going to be a little bit stubborn here. But hopefully we'll be alright.
I guess there's no choice.
This should do it then.
Oh yeah!
But you can fight more or less pretty much like any enemy that you could have fought in a random encounter early in the game. You pretty much find somewhere down here. Man, we get the fights everywhere. Jeez! I guess it's a good demonstration. We've got bombs, we've got Ochus here. All sorts of crazy stuff. Let's just, Wow, you didn't die? Dead now.
That's it?
Man, Ragnarok's so good. Being able to have no MP cost to anything that you do is amazing. Now, there is actually something I want to actually quickly show off while we're down here. There is an interesting feature of the Ragnarok accessory, which I actually want to just demonstrate here very quickly. It's kind of weird. I don't know quite why it is what it is. As you can see, it reduces MP cost to 0 during battle, which is pretty damn good. There's an interesting thing you can do. Just going to very briefly take off this champion belt. And get the Ragnarok to... Jump down the next cloister. No, maybe not. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to steal more stuff this guy. We're going to use darkness against him. And what you'll notice... Watch Pain's health.
No pain, no gain.
Didn't use any. The Ragnarok accessory negates health damage from the darkness ability from Dark Knights. It's a weird interaction, and it's one that the game does not advertise, and truthfully is very strong. But it just doesn't ever tell you that it happens. I'm gonna show it off to you guys. Okay, more new cloisters for us. Okay, this is an interesting one. Actually, this is actually a good time to show this off here. So, we've been finding these tonberries. Are you again? For the love of... Get out of here. I'm busy. So we've been seeing these tonberries dotted around the map. Now, a lot of the time they're just there just to kind of be in the way, but there are times where the tonberries can actually cause things to happen on the map here. So you notice you've got 2 routes to take, but we can't actually go up here. This one's too high. Head over here, and you'll find that there's a tonberry sitting in the middle. There we go. Now, if we get this thing defeated... this will actually lower the platform over there. Kinda neat, right? And there are a few cloisters where tonberries are either required to be defeated in order to progress down, or have other additional effects on the map. You know, it's an interesting effect, and I kind of appreciate that. You don't necessarily have to go for it, but it's a thing you can definitely do. Let's murder all those. Quarter pounder. It's actually not a bad area here just to kill lots of cheap enemies and just get all of the ability points for just killing stuff. You can learn a fair few bits. Pain learned. What else Pain on, by the way, down here? She's learning Confusion. Sure. Finish it off, I guess. You can learn Quarter Pounder, and in fact, on level, and she's actually done mastering this dress for you, which is kind of neat. Alright, Cloister 6. Okay, this one's straightforward. Tonberry here isn't needed to be dealt with anything. I'm pretty sure it's just there to be in the way. Just jump through and get through to the next one. Cloister 7. Okay. Actually, this is a good time with this. So this Tonberry, remember seeing him the first time we walked past him? Well, this time we're going to engage him in some fisticuffs. Now, if we go ahead and defeat that dude, he'll actually teleport us directly to the exit, which is nice, and I guess I appreciate that. Pain will finish learning Confusion. Break is next, which is alright, I guess. Bio. Charon here, by the way, is a pretty wild ability. Literally kills yourself to do insane damage to the opposition. Just Go with some protections, please. I think that'd be fine. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not keeping this save file, but yeah. Try to be nice about it. It's close to 8 again. I will start probably skipping through these a little bit. Just to know you don't actually have to fight that Tomberry.
No problem.
Behemoth, just get out of here. Thank you. You know, just guns him down. Beautiful. But yeah, if you jump to the left or right, you can actually just about avoid him. I get into a fight. Kind of useful. Okay, on to Cloister 12 here. So, still make some decent progress. At this point now, you're starting to fight slightly tougher enemies. Enemies you're sort of countering like sort of chapters 2, going to chapter 3. A little bit more of a bite to them. Still fairly capable for us to deal with our party strength. But it's noticeable that they're a little trickier. So you got like the Zaphintuses here that are from Macalania that do some damage. The Polidos. So, you know,
Takers, keepers.
slightly more dangerous enemies here. So, worth keeping an eye out. But still well within our price range. It's also not a bad place to actually get hold of some items that are really hard to come across as well, which you might want for like creature grafting, anything sort of like that. You can find all sorts of crazy stuff down here, so very unpredictable, but yeah, not too bad. Okay, floor 16 now we're at here, so going okay. Just to show you can also take the other way around here, both ways circle about. One of the things that you can also look to do with the Cloister is because you're fighting so many different types of enemies, it's actually not the worst place to come and maybe try to pick up some skills for your gun mage with her, you know, the blue bullet sort of stuff, because you're going to fight all sort of enemies that can have all sorts of crazy abilities that you can pick up here. And that's not an outrageous thing to consider doing in the PlayStation 2 version, at least. If you're playing International, you can just go to the Fiend Arena and fight pretty much anything you want to there. And that's a more reliable place to kind of track down the various abilities to pick those up, which I will be looking to do later on this series to get at least some extra abilities going. Because there's some really strong ones dotted about here. You got these yaks here. Okay, a little bit stiffer still. You know, starting to get to some trickier enemies. I'm going to go down immediately. I would like some money,
What do you
please.
think I'm after?
Go for some scatter shots. That one's dead at least. Ow. Give me some help, please. Yeah. Having a Dark Knight, again, just to darkness everything here is a
Sorry,
very
we'll have to win.
effective strategy. Very effective strategy. It will win you a lot of fights. Actually learned on a level there. Alright. Which means that, yeah, we have our first fully mastered dress sphere. Yuna's Gunner. It is all done. That's pretty neat. I'm pretty happy with that. Good stuff. I should probably change it, but I'm not going to be keeping the save file, so it's not a particularly big deal here. But yeah, nice to have everything here. On the level, by the way, deals damage according to the user's experience level. I don't know how the exact maths works, but I'm sure there's some sort of equation. Like you do, I don't know, like 15 damage per level that you have or something? I don't know. The internet is your friend. Okay, Cloister 19. Nearly through to 20 here. Go on through here. You're definitely sort of beholden to how often you get into fights, again, because
Me too.
you can't avoid fights. They are mandatory. Voice have picked up there.
Duck soup.
Duck what?
Duck soup? I'm with pain. What the hell are you talking about? Who the hell knows? Anyways, Poison Root picked up. Start working on Curse Root, please. Cheers. Anyways, head on down. So every 20th floor, is basically a boss floor. And look who that is in the distance. It's Wen Keenock. Who, of course, he's dead. Seymour murdered him in Final Fantasy X.
Maester Keenock.
He's unsent?
Apparently. Oh. It's boss time. Against Aranea. These fights can be brutal. Right, let's get Yuna over to Gun Mage here. Couldn't even steal anything there. Yikes. Okay. Let's get protection going immediately here. We need to treat this with serious stuff. It's gonna be a tough fight. 18,000 health. Works very similar to how Boris did in that initial boss fight. Spits out debilitating webs onto the entire party. St. Vision's reach, you best roll still can. I believe the game does give you the chance to flee this fight, which is kind of surprising. Actually, wait, it does? What are you talking about, game? Whatever. Does have some cool stuff on him, though. Ah, come on, Riku. You can pick it up. I believe in you. One more try. Go for it. Wait, was he weak to an element? I wasn't paying attention. I need to scan him again. I legit have no idea. I wasn't watching. There we are. Kinesis badge. That is a decent piece of equipment. I believe that is slow and stop protection? No, because I know Boris is weak to fire, but this guy isn't. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Let's get you over to warrior class here. You can change out now. Let's get you on to alchemy. Okay. You want to get people on basically fairly physically aggressive, high defense. Very useful in this fight. Right, Riku. This is why. Oh boy. So. That this dude will spit out this stop juice, which is really nasty. Pain does not have ribbon protection anymore. I think Yuna's speed badge, the speed bangle thing, I think overrides the stop because it's auto haste, which is pretty useful. I can remedy it to deal with that, and we probably should do. It also gradually debuffs your party, and that sucks. So we might get Yuna going songstress in a moment in order to try and deal with that. Chuck some L-bombs at this dude. Right, Kira, please. 1400 damage, not bad. Keep those darknesses going. Yuna does need some MP. Let's go ahead and do that quickly. Okay. He's gonna spit his stop stuff, isn't he? Oh, no, it's a spider bite. Also pretty dangerous. That's a lot of damage. That's with protection as well. And high defense. That is a painful attack. Right, let's get you Yuna onto Songstress here so she can start buffing the party a little bit. Let's keep the mixes going. Give me some fire gems, please. Sing. Give me, You do not have attack or defense. Oh, Riku's got that. Ah, shoot. Never mind.
Na 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 na.
I don't know if it's that useful having you on this, actually. We're here. Yeah, because Yuna does not have, she does not have a ribbon on, but auto haste is overriding stop. That's pretty awesome. I did not know it was going to do that. Right, you deal with yourself. I'm getting further debuff now, which is not good. Remedies do not fix being debuffed, by the way. I've misclicked. Oh, damn it. It's my own fault. Yuna could be dead here. Whew. Holy shoot. Alright, let's get you out of this. This is not helping. Alright. Get him! Not that trigger happy with the haste. You get like 20 shots at level 3. It's so good for chaining. Right, high potion. Keep darkness going. I might even go for an overall. Nah, but I don't need that. Hot shot away. Bane's in trouble here. The chain at least. That's good. Again, darkness isn't costing any health here, so that is helping. Hew her. Keep mixing. I would like some water gems, please. Uh-oh. Somehow not dead. Only just strong enough to be surviving these spider bites. Not by much either. Man, this is only the first boss out of everything that's in this place. But we got him. That was a stiff fight. Victory is ours. 4,000 experience. Not bad. But on team.
The wandering unsent.
You think there are more in here?
Probably.
I think we should go home now.
Let's ease their pain. You're going? Mm-hmm.
What about my pain? I ain't talking about her.
I knew it.
Don't forget to collect Crimson Sphere 8. The last one.
I'm glad you're all right.
You're not mad.
Mad?
I kept you from dying.
You can owe me one. Why did you follow us?
I want to know what it was you all saw back there.
Problem is, we don't know.
We'll figure it out one of these days. We'll tell you then.
Well, the Maester's not going to be pleased when he finds out we're still alive. Moving as a group is too risky.
Want to split up?
That would be wise.
Your work's done. Why are you still recording?
One for old time's sake.
And off they go. Nooch. Jesus!
Newt!
I said your work's done.
Back in Bevelle, when Barreleye wanted to know why Nude shot them in the back. That's what happened. You can probably guess why he did. That is all 10 Crimson Spheres acquired. We are now able to go to Mean High Road and find the misery inside. But I'm kind of curious. And I also want to stress test this team a little bit. Can we survive going further into Bevelle? Honestly, I don't know. Shall we find out? Now, there is one thing I will say before we descend. In the Fiend Arena, introduced the HD version of the game, there is the final cup of the game, the Fiend World Cup, Far Play Cup, whatever you want to call it. It goes under a few names I'll explain later on. One of the enemies that you need to actually get, there's a whole chain of fiends you've got to get hold of, train fully, release. There's like 6 or 7 of them. One of the fiends you have to get hold of actually requires you to have stepped foot onto level 21 of Bavel via Infinito. So if you are going off in that cup, which I will be showing for this series, you need to have at least jumped down this hole and at least come to Cloister 21 for a moment, just to show off to say you've been here. That then checks the correct flag, so you can go back and then find the correct fiend to continue the chain. Those that know the system will know what we're talking about. Well, we know that we definitely ain't going to survive fighting that thing. But I want to know what's down here. How bad? What do we got here? Gemini. Okay, that hit a little uncomfortably. Let's see what kind of strength we're dealing with here. Is this like sort of like chapter 5 enemies, roughly?
My gun cries out for you.
I think. 2,000 health's not too bad. Okay. The high defenses though. Ah, didn't kill it. Ow. Unit, please don't die.
Too easy.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Not immediately terrible. Picked up Physicist for Riku. Really strong ability for the Alchemist dressed, by the way. That doubles the potency of non-element items and stuff like grenades and such. Really good. Give me Remedy next, please. Work on that. So I guess we'll keep Yuna's Gun Mage for a little while. What's your Gun Mage completion look like anyways? What are you picking up on this? Fiend Hunter, and then Scanning. That's fine. We'll stick with this one. If we can make level 40 and survive that, I will go through with that and I'll take that. But I'm not 100% confident that this team can survive it. But it'll be an interesting test.
There's enough pain to go around.
There we go. Darkness is so good. Cloister 26. This is different. Okay, we got a new one here. I don't know what to expect. Okay. Got a glyph in the middle if we want to leave, which I obviously don't. So I guess we've got to try and find the way out of here. We've got these various things here. Now, previously we wanted to step on them, so let's go have a look. Ambushed! Okay, these are a little bit meaner, these dudes. These are guys you've been meeting like in chapter 5, especially that scout market. These are a little bit dangerous. 1,000 health. Yeah, these guys are I think these are the enemies. You can find these in the new cave, I believe, down in the Thunder Plains. That's where you'd find them.
There's enough pain to go around.
That's a nice crit. You're starting to hit fairly decently, at least. I guess that's good. Dismantle you can use on this. By that YSLS thing is counted as a mech, not a machina.
Nice knowing you.
And that does a lot of damage. Okay. Well, that did something.
I'm gonna whack you good.
Yeah, we're starting to get into, you know, enemies that are still, like, very beatable for us, but, you know, we should be a little cautious around here, not get too carried away. Ow.
Here's your silver bullet.
I think that was percentile damage that just did to Pain there.
I guess there's no choice.
Darkness is so good. Payne's Blade, by the way, it's pretty awesome. Okay, we got a Tonberry here. I don't think we need to fight that. Whoa! That's a freaking sandworm. What are you doing here? Go back to Beacon Hill Island.
So what's your weakness?
This thing is tanky as all hell, I seem to recall as well. 12, nearly 30,000 health. It is weak to water though. Screw it. I don't think anything that's really that effective here. Guess go to Warrior. This is going to take forever. Just blitz it. So something you'll be careful as well while you're down
Strength
here.
isn't my only weapon.
That you do not have access to any like
the shower.
spheres outside of the 20 floors, and you can use that to go back to the main halls. So any resources you down here, you have to make up for. So you've got to be very cautious down here. Let's go for some liquid steel from Payne. Actually, she has got the sword law. Make use out of it. Water, please. But yeah, as I said, you can find pretty much anything down here.
Catch away.
300 damage. Pretty neat. Chain hit there.
You're mine.
This thing should be pretty dead. Oh. Okay. Get out of here.
Nice work.
Okay. So that did that. Let's get Riku back onto Alchemist, please. I guess we have to activate all three. You. Okay. Okay, good. All right. This is also new. That's an Elder Drake. We are, we're not going that way. We're gonna have to find a different route. Going that way. Guess we're going around. Aha, okay. So now we don't have to fight that damn thing. Thank God for that. I'm assuming the right route gives us the glyph to get the hell out of here if we want to. We got a drowsy O2. This is what we fought. This was sleeping in the Mushroom High Road. Doesn't look very drowsy though, does it? Give me some fire gems, please. Wow. Remember, she's doing double damage because of Elementalist.
That's it?
So she hits that thing really hard. So it's like quad damage. Very juicy. Do these routes go anywhere, by the way? Hello? Are you what I think you are? I thought so. There are occasionally friendly Tonberries in some of these floors that will actually give you items, and they won't get involved in a fight with you. I forgot that was a thing, but there you go. Kind of neat, right? If you continue to harass them, they summon mocking the guards to go and fight. No, they don't actually do that, but yeah, they are things. They can give you all sorts of crazy stuff. I seem to recall. You know, keep an eye out for them. May or may not be of some use to you.
Forgot to mention I had this.
Alright then, so on to floor 30 here. Getting all sorts of fights down here. Good God. Hello. Ironside, I remember you. You suck, and you keep putting me at like 1 freaking health, and I hate it. I don't know if I really want to be fighting this guy. I know Darkness will cut through its heavy defenses. I should be using magic against him. This could be bad. Darkness, save me, my immortal friends.
Here comes my trump card.
Yes, I know how ironic that thing is I just said. Okay, this is just, you gotta stop this shit, alright? This is not appreciated. But hey, at least I can still use darkness, because it doesn't cost me any health. Oh, you're screwed now. He's opened his chest, now you just charge him and you beat the piss out of him. There we go. Stupid things.
Nice knowing you.
But definitely now we're starting to fight like some pretty, you know, much more meatier enemies down here. Now, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I want to like get to 440 would be good. I don't know if this party can survive the boss of 440.
Let's do it.
You know, starting to take a bit of a beating down here. Use some potions. But yeah, the boss level 40, I want to hope that I can beat it, but I'm not convinced this party will. Okay, level 31. What we got down here? This is different. Let's go this way. That doesn't seem to go very far. It's maybe the platform had something happen. Ambush, really? The amount of fights I'm doing down here, it's kind of obnoxious. Now, something I will make a note of, by the way, is that on my playthrough and like getting ready to I've been using to like get ready for super bosses, I haven't actually come down here. I only did the first 20 floors because I didn't really know what the state of play was going to like down here. This is, you know, I'm doing this on screen, showing you this. I'll have to do it again off screen. But that's fine. Keep darkness going here. Bit of pain coming in here. Yeah, you can tell the enemy's definitely getting... Oh, no! I hit the wrong enemy! Ah, I was meant to go with that pain. Never mind, it's dead. I know for sure there's no way this pipe would survive beyond level 40. Not a chance. That is not the correct route. Guess we're going this way. I actually did spend some time leveling up Payne's Psychic Dress Sphere as well. She's got access to some fun abilities on that save file. Just to kind of at least show something off. Does this go anywhere? This also goes somewhere. Oh god, this has got all sorts of routes. Oh, jeez. I guess while we're here, I'll also show this off to you guys. You haven't seen it before? The Samurai Dress Sphere. Yeah, a couple of S-bombs, please.
I think this blade could use a new sheath. Any volunteers?
Very much so. So, the Samurai Dress Sphere has access to Bushido abilities. We start off with this here, Mirror of Equity. Tap on an enemy, you do more damage when your HP is low, which is, you know, kind of cool. There's some very fascinating abilities. I believe the Samurai class eventually has access to an ability that will let you hit enemies and basically you dispel them. You know, like protection, shell, that sort of thing. Which is pretty useful. So at the moment, obviously that's not going to do a whole ton of damage. It doesn't need to. You can just crit him for 2,600 damage. Jeepers. That was a vile hit pain. What was that, please? But sure, what the hell? We'll keep you out on Samurai for a bit here. What abilities can you pick up on this? I haven't even looked, truthfully. You can use... yes, of course. The Samurai has access to spare change. You can tap by throwing Gil at your enemies. Magicide for MP damage. You got Sparklers, which is the ability that is also used on the Thessalis Dress Sphere. Oh, I thought it was. Huh. I apologize. Also, Nun Pariel, which is an ability that I like getting hold of. Actually, I'm actually going to put that straight on immediately. That's really good for like using on creatures. Improves their strength and accuracy. Very useful. I'm going to get her going on that. Let's go for some high potions. God damn it. Why all the paths? Why all the paths? That's oversold, apparently. That's mildly concerning. I'm not happy about that. I would like you to please do this. Ow.
Here's your silver bullet.
3600 damage. Nice. There we go. Good stuff, Pain. Again, her using these sword blades is still pretty decent. It allows us to, you know, we're still able to... what's what I'm looking for here? You know, pick up the ability points I've mentioned earlier.
I wanted to save this for something special.
You know what? Just Excalibur this guy. Murderize him. Does have very high resistance to physical attacks. We should be using magic against him. I'm being kind of easy immediately. Pain's got it covered.
Effortless.
Pain's the greatest. Oh god. Can I take any correct directions here? I'd appreciate that. I see. And that's what lets that full way so we can actually get out of here. Okay. I hope that future floors of this are not like you take random directions. I hope it's all the same. Truthfully, I don't know. We are getting pretty deep now. Pretty close to level 40 it is as well. We've actually been picking up a few abilities from various bits and pieces for the Blue Mage, which is pretty neat. Alright, so we are getting very close to 40 now. Things are getting really bad down here, by the way. We're now starting to run into Humbarbas. This is what we just fought in the Thunder Plains. Yeah, it's getting kind of vicious down here. A lot of nasty enemies. I am just starting to try and run from things right now, because I just want to get to the boss number 40. That's all I want to see is if I think I can beat it, and I don't know if I can.
She's sure getting into this.
She's trying.
Very much so. You curse me. Get out of here. Stupid thing. But yeah, there's some really, really nasty stuff starting to come our way down here. There is no way we'll be able to progress beyond level 40. No chance. Alright. Here we are. We made it. Right. Riku, let's get you back onto Alchemist. It's going to be important. Pain, as fun as it's been having you on Samurai Dress Sphere, we need you on the good stuff. Get you onto that. Cloister 40. And I know who that is. And I know what's coming. That is Jiskel Guado, Seymour's father. And this is the Black Elemental. This thing is going to cause problems. 10,000 health. Reflect. It has near maximum defense and magic defense. This thing is going to brutalize us. But there is a couple of plans I've got. Because it's near really high defenses, it means that what we need to do is try and manipulate it. And we need to find attacks that will bypass that. Now, we do have a couple about here. First thing we're going to do is get you up, because this thing is going to chuck flare at us and it's going to kill us. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start throwing out some Star Curve. It's going to cast Reflect on the team, so it will throw its some of its spells back at it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get Yuna onto Gunner. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we're just dead. We have no defense against this. It also says ultimate, and it can just do that, and that's end of game. Yikes. That didn't go well, did it? Holy shit. Well, at least I got to scan to show off what we need to do here, though. Alright. So what we're going to do is... This is pointless. I want you to have the... have that. We're going to change our equipment specifically, because this stuff we're just not going to need. I want you on... what do I use here? Tetra Brace, it's no points. Max MP, I don't think it's gonna matter. I guess this is fine. And this is also fine. Basically what we need to do is we need to get Yuna on the Gun Address Sphere. She has a couple of abilities that will either bypass its defense or will basically ignore its defense. And it will do more damage depending on high defense. We just want to blast it with that, get Reflect going, and pray to God it doesn't use ultimate. And we can kill this. It's going to be tough though. So gunplay. We want here a Table Turner. 1500 damage, not bad. Someone's dead. Oh, you just berserked it. Oh, that's not good. That needs to be dealt with. I'm not in a position to deal with that. That is bad times. Okay, give me Star Curtain. Flare can be reflected. Ultimate cannot be. Berserk, I believe, also can get reflected as well. Right. Chocobo Feather? Chocobo Feather? Yeah, just do that. That's fine. That's okay. I don't know if Darkness will bypass your stuff, by the way. I have no idea. Shit. Man, that's bad. The problem is I don't have access to auto life. I don't think well, the only person that could remotely have the chance for it is Yuna, and like she's too busy fighting, so that's not gonna work. There is another way we can try and deal with it though. It only has so much magic points. If it runs out of MP, it will be forced to osmos us, and there might be something we can do about that. Do I have what is it called? Oh, Jesus Christ. Silver Hourglass. There's a thing we can do. Mana Spring. Absorb MP. Is that what it is? We do have some things we can do to try and, yeah, I think Mana Spring will be useful because it absorbs MP. If we can make it run out of MP, we'll have to waste time trying to get MP back. Stamina Springs, I think, also could be used to bypass its defense as well. I'm just going to chuck everything I've got at this thing. I think we can do it. We just basically have to kill it before it uses ultimate. It's as simple as that. If it doesn't use ultimate for a little while, we might be able to beat it. That's a poor... I mean, look at the delay I just got on that. Jeez, that was rough. Now, if we reflect Flare back at it, that'll do about 1500 damage as well, or so, I believe. I mean, there's nothing I can do. If he's just going to ult me, like, second action, like, there's nothing I can do. It's got a few commands. It can do Berserk, it can use Flare, it can use Magic Up, it can use Ultima. So I've just got to keep doing this until it doesn't use it and I kill it quick enough. But I don't know if I can do enough damage quickly enough here. Guess we'll find out. Fiend Hunter. Elementillary. Darkness. I just have to. I have to use the lunar curtain. It's the most. It's too important. I have to. No, not that one. Star curtain. I've got to get reflect on here. I want Riku just to keep chucking items at this thing, basically. It did do more damage, but not enough. Not enough. Right. Mana Springs. You keep darknessing. That's not enough. It's got like 2,500 MP. That's not enough. That is not going to do the job here. Stamina Spring. That was good damage. Come on. Come on. Yes! Yes! I think we might have it. Yes! We got it. Man. I think the honest truth is this team was not ready for that fight, but kind of got it. Just had to do it until it didn't use Ultima. Victory is ours. For winning this fight, we get hold of the Moon Bracer, the Shining Bracer, the Speed Bracer, the Recovery Bracer, and the infamous Catnip. The Catnip is a special item. When all seems hopeless, its power and its horror are released. The Catnip is a very interesting item. SOS, who knows? Now, the Catnip was changed a bit for the HD remaster because in the original PS2 version of the game, this item was completely busted. What this does is if the character you're playing as is in a critical health state, every single attack that you do does 9,999 damage. That is insane. So, what you used to do with the Catnip was you would give it to a gunner, like Yuna. You would get her on haste, you would have her in critical state, and with Trigger Happy level 3, you would shoot an enemy about 20 times and do about 200,000 points of damage. It could eliminate almost every single boss in the game in one shot, a couple in two, and even the bosses at the end of this could be dealt with in 3 or 4 Trigger Happies. You just had to keep them alive, Trigger Happy away, and just blast them. Remember that Angra Mine you with like 340,000 health waiting for us in Beacon Hill Island? Pfft, not even a concern. This was obviously incredibly busted. So what they've done in this version of the game is that whoever you apply it to now has the Berserk status effect applied as well, so that you can't just spam Trigger Happy, which is a good thing. I'm glad they did that. It does mean the Catnip's effectiveness is significantly reduced, but hey, you're still hitting for 10,000 points of damage a shot. It's not that bad. Very special piece of equipment. Anyways, I'm getting the hell out of here. we are done. By the way, on those right sides, you've got this little platform here. This will take you between the various great cloisters. It doesn't really matter. Technically, cloister 0. So if you want to go through like a specific set of cloisters again, you can do that. But yeah, I wasn't sure I'd be able to find my way through the Black Elemental. I'm glad I did. It took some jiggery pokery, let's put it mildly. But we succeeded. We are Yeah, you tell yourself that, Hannah. We will not be returning to here for a little while. I got some bad news for you, my dear. Yeah, you get murdered in the process. Sounds fun. Now, if you do come back to the screen, we do get a new hotspot here for Bavel. We have a mission, the Hidden Halls of Bavel here. You do not need to complete this mission to get hold of the mascot dress sphere and get, like, episode complete. It does give you an episode complete, but you do not need to complete this in order to get hold of that. Because beyond level 40, it's disgusting in there. And I will, of course, be doing some special videos on our trip through the Via Infinito hellhole. That's a problem for future Shadow. Right, we're all done and dusted here. I'm going to end the video and this session. So thank you very much for watching. Next time, not actually sure what we're going to be doing next time. It might be some Fiend Arena with Shinra. We also need to head to Lucre at some point for some Blitzball. We also need to head towards Jose Temple to see what the Machine Faction's been up to. And I have also been avoiding Beacon Island, because now in Chapter 5, we do have to obviously go hunting for the various cactuars in and around Spirit, which I've not been doing on this save file, so we've got that to do. And then we have got the Anger and Mind to deal with beyond that. So, lots of really bad things that want to eat us. Some things never change. See you next time.